Live from the News Center, this is 7 on your side at Daybreak.
Thanks for joining us at 6:30. Our special coverage of Winter Storm 2015 continues this morning. We have been on the air for you since 4 o'clock this morning. You are waking up to some extremely icy roads and bad conditions this morning. Schools and businesses are closing. They're getting more closings in right now, and they're all going to be scrolling on the bottom of your screen as well as WSPA.com.
And you're taking a live look right now. That's Interstate 85 and Interstate 385. We've seen activity pick up there, especially in the southbound direction. That winter storm covered much of our area with some snow, but lots of sleet and ice. Our team coverage continues. Jason Nappy, our 7 on your side meteorologist, or 24/7 meteorologist, is live in Spartanburg. Erin Rogers is also with us live. She is in Greenville.
And we've also got coverage for you right here. Evie is watching those roads for you. But first, we're going to check in with Malachi Rogers this morning. We're getting closer and closer to when that sun comes out. When do you expect this ice to kind of melt a little bit?
Yeah, not until temperatures get above freezing, and that won't occur until we get closer to around 10 or 11 o'clock this morning. So we take a look outside right now. It's mostly cloudy skies. Even though we're about an hour away from sunrise, it's going to be very thick cloud cover to start our day, and that's going to inhibit our heating as we go through mid-morning and early afternoon. Our temperatures are in the 20s and low 30s across the upstate and western North Carolina. Afternoon highs struggle to make it to the mid-30s in the upstate, but should top out in the low 40s later today. Western North Carolina, different story, mostly 20s throughout the day. Those 30s will arrive shortly in the afternoon. So again, it's going to be one of those days we'll be right on the line in the mountains with those temperatures staying at or near freezing. We'll talk more about what you can expect over the next few days when I come back in just a few minutes. But right now, we do want to go out and check in with meteorologist Jason Nappy. And Jason, you're in Spartanburg. What are you seeing out there this morning?
It's mostly sleet and not freezing rain, and that's actually really good news because sleet is ice pellets. What sleet does, it bounces off of power lines and tree branches. Freezing rain accumulates on power lines and tree branches. So the sleet that we mostly got here in Spartanburg, very important and very good news. It accumulated on the roadways, but not in the power lines. With that cold air coming down from the northeast, sleet was a very good thing, bouncing off those power lines and not bringing them down as what freezing rain would have done if we had gotten more warm air coming up from the south. So very good news that we got that sleet in the overnight hours, and now as we get the next couple of hours, conditions will improve around 10 o'clock when the sun comes out, and then another hard freeze coming tonight again, and we'll see black ice and all the sleet that's on the roadways going to refreeze again. Now we'll toss it over to Evie with a look at the roadways.
Thank you, Jason. We showed you a live look of Interstate 385 and 85 in Greenville County. More cars out on the road right now, but the conditions are still dangerous. We want to take a look in Cherokee County right now because last night when the storm hit, we had several accidents on Interstate 85 in Cherokee County around Gaffney, from the Gaffney Outlet Malls up to the state line. So we're still seeing slowdowns on Interstate 85, the yellow. We're also seeing some orange on Highway 29. If you're heading towards Interstate 85 right near the state line, here's a look right near the Gaffney Outlet Mall. So just a few cars out on the roads. We have no accidents to report right now. So not seeing any delays, but we are still telling you to watch your speeds because Interstate 85 all the way up to Cherokee County is covered in ice right now. We'll take a closer look around Greenville County and Spartanburg County when I come back. Right now, we actually want to go live to Erin Rogers. She's in Greenville County with the latest on how this storm has affected the surface streets. Erin, how are things looking this morning?
Evie, I've seen a lot of people actually start coming through here just recently. You can see some cars coming down the road right now. They are going pretty slow, and everyone I've seen has been going very slow, and that's because these side roads are still pretty packed with ice. I came in to work on Lawrence Road, and it was very covered in ice. They had about one lane clear, but I did see DOT workers out there salting and also plows going through. Now, yeah, I want you to take a look at some of the footage we shot earlier of these icy roads. We know that DOT crews have been working throughout the night and all morning to get these roads clear for you guys. They've used around 500,000 gallons of brine, and just to put that in perspective, that can almost fill an Olympic-sized swimming pool. And we also know that Highway Patrol is out there responding right now to anyone who might have an accident. Now, if you get in an accident and you are not hurt, you can call Highway Patrol, but of course, if you do get hurt, call 911, and we will continue updating you on these road conditions throughout the morning. I'm live in downtown Greenville. Erin Rogers, 7 on your side.
Thanks, Erin. At 6:34, we have thousands of power outages right now across our area being caused, of course, by these wintry conditions.
And we have Ryan Mosier with Duke Energy on the phone with us right now. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning.
Hey, we're seeing these power outage numbers just rise throughout the night, especially in the Anderson County area. What can you tell us about what crews are doing right now to try and get that power back on?
Well, we've had crews out there overnight working as safely as they can to identify outages, the causes of outages, and to restore what they can. But really, we'll be hitting it hard once the sun comes up. It'll be a lot easier to identify quickly what types of causes to outages, where lines are down, et cetera, and we'll be hitting it with everything we have.
Where is the most troublesome area right now? We've been following Anderson County. They've had large numbers throughout the morning, and I also know that, at least for a time, the Clemson University campus was without power.
Right. There are pockets throughout the upstate where there are some significant outages in the several thousands. But like you said, Anderson County right now is showing to be the hardest hit area. It's not centered anywhere in particular, but it's throughout the county. I would chalk that up a lot to the rural nature of many parts of the county. A lot of trees, and a lot of our service network goes through those rural areas.
Thank you, Ryan. We know that your guys have a long day ahead of work out there on the line, so we appreciate you calling in with us. We'll be checking in with you out today.
Thank you.
And our coverage continues throughout this newscast. Stay up to date through our app and on WSPA.com. You'll get our hour-by-hour forecast plus live cameras. You can also use our app to send us pictures of winter weather from where you live.
Now we're going to check in with our live desk this morning, seeing what's going on around the country. Check out this new video we just got from the sky of a frozen Lake Hudson. This helicopter shows you a taxi cutting through the huge ice chunks. Now, the extreme weather there has iced boats as well as piers. A tugboat actually had to lead the way so that this water taxi could get on through. We're also getting new video this morning from Tennessee. There are reports of power outages and dangerous roads there as well. Drivers along Interstate 65 are having huge problems getting around. People are trying to find refuge from the cold. Those who lost power are now bundling up, and they're actually going to truck stops because that's where the lights are still on. You can see everybody gathering there. This morning, the governor declared a state of emergency in Tennessee, and we've been talking about just how widespread this storm really is.
Yeah, really what blew up, because we're talking about the Midwest, the South, the Northeast again.
And places that don't see this kind of weather all the time.
Yeah, no, Arkansas, they picked up about an inch of ice in Little Rock all the way over to Memphis, and we were showing lots of snow in Louisville yesterday from the system that just kind of tracked across the Southeast, and we got our blow of it as well. Let's show you where we are this morning. Temperatures are in the 20s and 30s across the upstate and western North Carolina. Very cold temperatures this morning, and those temperatures remain below freezing as we go through most of the morning and through a good portion of the day, especially in the mountains. We have the snow, sleet, and ice all moved out, but those cold temperatures are with us. In addition to that, we have very thick cloud coverage. So with thick clouds, it's going to be slow to heat up as we go through the day and as we go through the afternoon. And as a result, we are going to see some major issues as far as still remaining slushy, still remaining slick on those roadways. We picked up about an inch of sleet in the city of Spartanburg yesterday. We also picked up some impressive sleet and snow amounts in areas of Greenville, right along Interstate 85 near Highway 29, and down towards Anderson, where we were talking about the power outages, about a half an inch of sleet in Williamston. So area-wide, we saw snow, sleet, and ice affect the areas and affect power, affect roadways, and all of that. And it's going to be right around 10 or 11 o'clock before we start to see those temperatures climb above freezing in the upstate. The Greenville zone here is a perfect example of that. The question is what happens overnight when things start to refreeze, and what happens down the road when we get much colder temperatures. We'll give you those details coming up in about 10 minutes. But right now, let's check in with Evie. And Evie, we actually saw a few more cars on the roads this morning. Does that mean good news for travelers?
I think that's still bad news because we're telling you to stay off the road right now. There's still ice. There's still snow on Interstate 85. We looked in Cherokee County. Right now we're headed into Spartanburg County. We told you about these two accidents, 85 southbound around mile marker 82, 83. That's right near Battleground Road near the Spartanburg-Cherokee County line, again in the southbound lanes. Crews say that spot is extremely icy. Here's another icy spot, Interstate 85. This is right at Business 85. We've been showing you this picture all morning. Icicles on the DOT cameras. And as we zoom out, taking a look at some other parts of Spartanburg County, Interstate 26 extremely slow as well. Right now we're seeing slowdowns on Interstate 26 throughout Spartanburg County. Here's a look at some slowdowns on Interstate 85. You see cars traveling extremely slow. This is at the exit for Highway 101 near the BMW plant. So again, if you have to head out on the roads this morning, do watch your speeds. We'll check in with your traffic in Greenville County when I come back.
Thanks, Evie. It's right at 6:40. We continue to take your weather pictures. Beverly Hagan from Greenwood sent us this picture of an ice-covered outside rear view mirror. Daybreak's coverage of Winter Storm 2015 will continue.